All right, protect yourself at all times. We are on it. Here we go. Ron Futrell with the latest Vegas Sportscast for this Thursday. Getting ready for the weekend. A big one coming up here in town. Golden Knights, a couple of games, Friday and Saturday games here. Final two games of the regular season before the playoffs begin for them. They've got St. Louis here tomorrow night, and then, of course, San Jose on Saturday. Tell you about that a little bit, what's going on. Oh, baseball begins today. Talk a little bit of baseball here, some West Coast stuff, things going on there. Wrap up the Rebel Hoop season. And also tribute to the late, great David Humm, who passed away this week here in Las Vegas. So, former Raiders quarterback, just a great guy, great friend, and some sad news for David that happened, and his family, to his brother Tom and his family here in town. So, that being said, start you off with the Vegas Golden Knights. Qualified for the playoffs, getting ready for the playoffs tonight, by the way, on 8 News Now, this Thursday night. It'll hit about 6:30. I'm doing a Knights Icebreaker segment on the difference between the playoffs and regular season hockey. So comparing the two, I'm talking to the players about what is the difference. You hear it all the time in sports and in hockey that the playoffs are so much different, so much more intense than the regular season. So we're going to grind that down a little bit and go through that again. That's on 8 News Now, Channel 8, tonight, 6:30, Channel 8. So check that out, my segment on that. The Knights, let's see, last night, tough one. Losing 3-2 to Arizona was just crazy. It was just, anyway, how that happened, Arizona's playing well right now. They're last place in the Pacific Division. The Knights are still in first place, 5 points ahead of the San Jose Sharks, but it was just ridiculous to lose that game to Arizona. But Arizona not making the playoffs, not going anywhere, playing for nothing, but playing for pride and playing well right now. They beat Tampa Bay 4-1 earlier this week. So the Arizona Coyotes playing out the string. A game to watch tonight, the Kings and Coyotes. Coyotes play down in L.A. against the Kings. Kings are right on the fringe of making the playoffs. They're in, but they have not clinched a playoff berth, so they're not there yet. And so we'll see what they can do if they can win. I'd like to see both the Kings, being a Kings fan growing up in L.A., and the Knights in the playoffs together would be sort of fun to be able to check that out. So that's what's going on in the hockey world. Oh, by the way, if the playoffs were today, the Knights would take on St. Louis. The St. Louis Blues, the team they play tomorrow at T-Mobile Arena. Baseball, got the Dodgers playing the Giants today, 4 o'clock start Pacific time. It's going to be happening in Dodger Stadium. Hopefully the team won't play like crap. And I say that because they had that sewer leak in their series preseason finale against the Angels on Tuesday. Yeah, just out there by third base and near the outfield, just sort of bubbling up. They thought it was just water at first, but no, not harmless water. It was smelling. It was bad. So hopefully they got that fixed. Dodgers are saying that the stadium is in good shape and got it fixed, and they're not going to have that happen again. So opening day today. In fact, for the first time in Major League history, all the teams are opening on the same day. Everybody's opening today in baseball. So there's a lot of baseball going on. I'm saying watch out for the Washington Nationals this year. I think this is going to be their year. They've just got too much talent. They make the playoffs and can't get over the hump. This year, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm seeing them getting over the hump this year, and some things happening there. The Yankees look real good in the American League, too. Boston could give them a run, but we'll see where that goes. And, of course, you got to talk Houston Astros, which I still am not used to them being in the American League, okay, because they were in the National League forever. But they're in the American League now, of course, World Series champs. And best team in baseball? Well, they won the World Series last year, so we'll go with that, okay? Rebel basketball, Brandon McCoy not returning for his senior season. No real shock there for UNLV basketball. So what they have going into next season, who knows? I mean, they lost 6 of their last 7 games. Didn't go to a postseason game. Didn't even want to go to a postseason game. Just in disarray, that program. Hopefully they can get things going at some point, but got an off season to try to figure out another recruiting season for Marvin Menzies, see where that goes. The news this week of the loss of David Humm. For the last 25 years, he'd suffered with MS, and I'd seen David at a number of events, talked to him on the phone. Great friend, great guy, great quarterback, played here at Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, at Nebraska, and then with the Oakland Raiders, great lefty quarterback, was a fun guy, knew his spot on the team, and he was the backup quarterback. and just sad to hear of his loss. But at the same time, I am thinking free at last. Okay, from the MS that hurt him for so many years. I worked, emceed the event, and inducted him to into the Southern Nevada Sports Hall of Fame. We did that in 1997. He was the first inductee into the Hall of Fame. And I remember at that time we wanted to hustle up because we didn't know how much longer even then that David was going to be around. So think about that. 20 years, fast forward now, 20 years later, and well, I'll keep you posted on funeral arrangements when that's going to happen. That should be happening here real soon. But obviously went to Gorman, Catholic family. There will be services take place here in town. But I can think nothing but great thoughts when I think of David Humm. He will indeed be missed. I'll miss my good buddy Hummer, and a lot of us here in town will. But at the same time, I've just got to think the free at last line, like I said earlier, that the MS that hurt him for so many years now, that he's free of that. So that's the way I see it. That's your sports for this Thursday. Ron Futrell, 8 Sports Now. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for listening. By the way, tell a friend. Let people know about the Vegas Sportscast, that we're out there, that you can download us every day. Find us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, on the website at vegasportscast.com. Also at our Twitter page, at Vegas Sportscast. So there you go. All right. Bye for now. Thanks for listening.